Hey everybody, Brett from AstartesGaming here, back with another episode of our Crusader Kings 2 Game of Thrones mod Let's Play. So, I don't know about you guys, this may just be me, but I feel like this series has been stagnating just a little bit. And, I'm thinking since this is going to be the 50th episode, that would be a great place to maybe leave this series and start something else. It's entirely up to you guys. If you still want to see more of this, again, feel free to let me know, and if you guys do, I'd be happy to continue. But if we did move on to something else, it would still be Crusader Kings 2, just maybe a different mod like Lord of the Rings. Or I think somebody was saying that there's a Warhammer Fantasy mod out there. Excuse me. Which I've never seen before, so that might be interesting as well. But it's entirely up to you guys again. Let me know what you think about that idea. But this is the 50th episode, as you're probably well aware. And so we're kind of getting to this point where we'd like to be a little bit further along than we are. And we've been kind of struggling to move forward at all. We are working on a claim in Pines End here, and then we have claims to work on up here, and then we need to take basically all of the Bolton's holdings, short of the Dreadfort, which is currently ours, and then we'll have like half the north, like this portion right here. But we still would need to take all of this, and that would just make us Lord Paramount of the North, and then we'd still have to deal with, all of the holdings under the Iron Throne. So we're a long way off from being in any sort of position of power, really. So, again, let me know what you guys think about my idea. But for today, anyways, we're just going to keep going business as usual. So I'm going to get the clock started here while we are doing that. I would just like to remind you guys to hit that like button if you're enjoying this series, or you'd like to see more Crusader Kings 2 in general, and then don't forget to subscribe as well. It's the best way to help the channel grow, and the best way to follow along with this series or whatever series you guys decide that we should replace it with. So, Lord Paramount Roos's prisoner, Lord Brandon of Bear Island, has demanded a trial before the court to try and prove himself innocent. As the most senior member of the council, I have been commanded to oversee the trial and ensure justice is served. He begins to present his defense. Okay. So I am, basically being used as a judge for the Lord Paramount. And, apparently he made a poor defense. I don't have any other options there. The prisoner has made their case before the court, and now all shall observe as I commence the interrogation on behalf of Lord Paramount Roos. I will make a strong accusation. The trial is coming to an end. Lord Brandon has pleaded his case before the court, and I have fiercely questioned him in turn. Now the court and Lord Paramount Roos all have their eyes fixed upon me, waiting for my verdict. I'm innocent. I would lose prestige. I would lose just. Okay, so apparently he is guilty. It would seem. If I lost the just trait, I would assume it's because he is in fact guilty. It's not really giving me a lot of information, but I would imagine if he were innocent and I found him guilty, I would lose my just trait for that as well. So I'm going to find him guilty. Your verdict has been delivered, and now Lord Paramount Roos the Fowler points to the prisoner in disgust and proclaims, "Send him to the wall." A just punishment. I mean, they didn't execute him or anything, which is good. So he still lives, just he was stripped of his rank and whatnot and sent to defend us from what lies beyond the wall. And apparently Bear Island is in revolt. Okay, I don't care about that. Don't care. Don't care. Are we ever going to get this claim? Lord Duncan of Shadowmoor has made the Lordship of Kingsgrove his primary title. That's not good. Huh. Yeah, that's not good at all. We'll see what happens there. I'm just concerned that that inheritance might pass Shadowmoor out of our lordship and into another one. Although, did we just get Kingsgrove? I think we did just get Kingsgrove, so never mind, it actually worked in our favor. I don't believe that this was ours before, so I'm pretty sure we just gained this out from under the Glovers, thanks to Lord Duncan. So good job, Lord Duncan. Good job. You know what? I'll give you a gift. 17. Sure, why not? I got plenty. Okay, cool. Speaking of money, do we have enough to... We're upgrading this to a castle town. I don't have enough here, but that would be a good idea. So maybe I should just save for that 300. I think that's what I'll do. Close that. And... How are the Aztecs doing down here? It looks like they're suffering from some infighting. What is this? Yeah, there's a lot of infighting going on here. A lot of these are independent kingdoms. So they didn't last very long, did they? Don't care. Good. Good, good, good. We'll close those, and that reminds me, how are we doing militarily? We're only at a very small fraction of our total strength, but I don't think we would need our total strength for anybody other than the Starks. As I recall, we actually were able to declare war on this guy, and one of the potential options is to claim all of the minor titles within the Dreadfort, which would be important because that will give us income and stuff. We can also claim Overton, which is something that we should probably do sooner rather than later. But this seems like a more important thing because right now we hold the Dreadfort, but not anything under it. So like all of these people are still technically under the Boltons. Or are they? No. So I'm not sure why it's saying that. Honestly, I'm not sure. Like, it's saying that they're still subservient to me. Yeah. So, that's strange. I honestly don't know what's going on there. Let's see what it says. Lordship of the Dreadfort. If we win, we become Master Robert's new liege. Okay, so one of these possibly isn't. Since it said Master, I would assume it's the city, but maybe not. It would be him. Okay, so he's still not under our command. Got it. He's the only one, though. It would appear that everybody else is, yeah. Honestly, that seems less pressing. If it were all four, I would be more concerned. But given that it's not, I think we're going to go after Overton instead. So, you can command only about 950 men. That shouldn't be a problem. We'll claim Overton. We'll call up just our 5,000. And let's start marching you guys to here. We'll start marching you to there. I don't know. That should be fine. I'll be surprised if they even bother calling up an army. Okay, they are going to, but it won't make a difference. You know what, man? You have no right to do it. And we know that you don't have the spine to stop me either, so I'm gonna do it. Let's see. Don't care. Arana adopts a very authoritative tone of voice with everyone, including her elders and you. It's my daughter. It is my... I think my second oldest. So what are my options here? We have Wroth and Authoritative, or Proud and Shy. So she would gain Authoritative no matter what, but there's a 20% chance that she would become Wroth as well. Now, Authoritative is a good trait. If we slap her, which seems excessive, she's not going to like me. There's a 20% chance that she would become Shy. There's a 20% chance she would lose the Proud trait, and a 60% chance nothing would happen. This one seems like the best way to go. We are guaranteed a good trait, and there's only a 20% chance that we'll get a bad one. So yeah, I think we're gonna go this way. Oh, she got Wroth as well. That sucks. But she's authoritative too, so that's good. I think that sort of offset the bonus there a little bit. It's still a net +1, but, you know, we could have done a lot better. Unfortunately, you guys are getting beat up down there. Start moving this way. We're going to lose that fight because they're not going to get there in time, but we'll pretty much crush them immediately after. I'm going to tell you to stop that just because I don't really care to arrest you. But it's really not that big a deal. Damn it. Okay, he's going to accept. That's good. Why don't you go there? We're going to try to crush all these armies before they get too far away here. That's interesting. Okay, well, I'll leave the Aztecs to their business. Let's see, can you start moving there? I'm gonna have him chase down the other armies. That's the bigger force. I'll put them in Overton. The smaller one can take the Dread Fort, or excuse me, not the Dread Fort, but the castle there that isn't ours. And let's see. I have discovered a plot where Melantha Kerwin seeks to kill Nelsor Raventree. That's my daughter, so you're gonna get locked up for that. I can't imprison her, huh? I can ask her to end her plot. Wonder why? Like, what's your motivation? She's fairly fond of me, like she doesn't hate me. What would she stand to gain from that? Could plot to kill her, plot to kidnap her. Could send her a gift and maybe try to pay her off. I'm not sure what I can do about that, so we're gonna leave it alone for now because I can't really do much. Even if I tried to like imprison her, or excuse me, if I tried to like assassinate her, it's not very likely that that would actually succeed. What's happening now? Edmure of Strongsong has usurped the lordship of Moonsgrave from Amena Walding. Okay. None of that meant anything to me. I don't know who or where any of that stuff is. Are we almost done here? Let's see. Charity's going well. That's good. Get some free piety there. Could you maybe crush that army? I think they're gonna flee. Yeah, they're gonna flee. So why don't you just come back to High Point and take High Point? And so that will just leave the Boltons with these two and the castle and the Dread Fort, because I know it's not going to give me that. Be nice, but it's not going to. So you can come back down here, I guess. Actually, join up with them. Oh good, my castle town is done. There's another victory. It's only 38%. That's not really that impressive. Oh, was this one under my... That one is, okay. So it's just that one. That's fine, I guess. You can come down here. You will join them. But this is the one we're waiting for, and that should end fairly soon. I would assault it, but I don't want to waste the men. It seems kind of stupid. We're not in any particular hurry. It's not like we have other claims to go press. Especially, you know, given once this war ends. Oh, good. She's finally pregnant. Hopefully it's with a son. Once this war ends, we're going to have to wait a long, long time for the truce to end anyways, so... Yeah, let's keep them right where they're at. Ooh. Send them to my dungeon. I'll ransom them all. And it looks like we were successful there. I'm going to pause, close all of these, and then we're going to ransom some people before we end this, because I'm concerned that it's going to take them out of my prison as soon as we end this war. Can we not ransom them? It would appear not. So in that case, we'll just end the war. We'll go ahead and offer peace and enforce our demands. we take Overton. I will close these, and it looks like my brother Clay Raventree is now my vassal. So that's cool. Let's go ahead and disband these guys. Anybody else? No, okay. Well, now that we have 364 gold, I'm going to go ahead and grab Castletown 2, which will give me a nice little income upgrade. And so we're actually making some decent progress today. That's always nice. I'd still really love to get this claim so that we can continue moving forward. I might move him somewhere else just because that area over here seems to really be dragging us down. So let's see. That's still Bolton held. That's still Bolton held. Technically, they still hold this, although that's rather insignificant. Hornwood is held by nobody other than the Starks indirectly. This is held by the Starks directly. So, honestly, the Boltons really only have these two to pull from. The issue is we're going to have to wait for our truce with them to end, which is going to last until 8403, so 10 years. That's going to be a lot of fun. A whole lot of fun. But, you know, if we can get this claim, we can press that immediately. And then, as I was saying last time, or maybe the time before that, we can grab a claim down here while we wait, and then focus our efforts up here in the meantime. I'll take the free piety there. We're almost into the positives, or at least, you know, breaking even. We were real far down when we started with this guy. He was at like minus 100. Not sure what he was getting up to, but he was not very popular in the religious circles of the north. So let's see. We dropped under 5, but we have a potential of 12,000. And that's just of our own. Compiled with these guys, it's almost 17,000. Darren wants to have a word with me. He wants to pay his ransom. I'll do that. Sure, whatever. Because you're like a nobody. I don't really have any beef against you. In fact, no, he wouldn't do that. Is there anybody else in my prison still? There's actually quite a few. I'm surprised that they didn't get released. I'll release the children, definitely. Yeah, it's all like women and children. I'm just gonna let them go. Nobody's gonna pay their ransom anyways. Okay. No factions in Carhold, at least no threatening ones. And nobody wants to join my elective succession faction for some reason. Which you think is kind of strange. Like, nobody in the north wants to be able to choose who their ruler is. Like, if enough people joined, we wouldn't even have to fight a war over it. He would just have to cave. But apparently not. So let's see. She is pregnant. Hopefully something comes of that soon. Really, you know, hoping it's a son. That will, of course, complete our ambition and give us a heir other than our daughter Sybil, who's sort of a stopgap at this point. She's not a very good character. Unfortunately, her younger sister is a lot better. So, if we didn't have a son, I would probably have to try to manipulate it so that Arana became our heir, because she is a lot better. Let's see. Lord Wireless told me about his ideas. I couldn't really understand what he was talking about, but he was adamant in his belief that it would improve the military. So for about 15 gold, our levy sizes and fort sizes will get improved for the next 5 years. What the hell? Why not? I wish it were a more permanent bonus, but I'll take it. Let's see. She hasn't gotten her final trait yet. Hopefully it's something good. Oh, my priest died. Poor health. Gotta take care of yourself, man. Gotta take care of yourself. Wow. Hugo at 21, huh? You're the winner, I guess. Go ahead and start performing some charity in the capital. And, right, we were looking at our heirs. So she's pretty meh. Let's see. Her sister is at least a little more well-rounded, but not as good as I was hoping her to be. She hasn't gotten her final trait, though, so she'll have at least one more trait when she turns 16, which could really make a difference here. So we'll see how that goes. But none of our daughters are, you know, particularly great characters. So fingers crossed that we have a son who is a significant upgrade, because otherwise, you know, we're just not going to get very far with our heir, and we'll be playing sort of the same game we were playing with Lord Harlan, where we were just trying to get rid of him as soon as we could, because he was just a placeholder. Okay. Alright, sure. Whatever. Doesn't concern me. Although, what might concern me is... Ah, damn it. Another daughter. Let's see. She is attractive, but ill. That's not a good sign. Okay. So we've got a lot of daughters. She is married. Is she? No. Let's arrange a matrilineal marriage for her if we can find a suitable one. That way, if we need to keep her around for whatever reason, she's, you know, not going to go anywhere. And then, of course, if she becomes the heir or whatever, the children that she has will be of our dynasty and not the husband's dynasty. Unfortunately, when you go down this route, your options become a lot more limited. Let's see. So he's attractive, diligent, greedy, stubborn, and envious. He's 12, though, so he's got the potential to be a little bit better, but honestly, it's not looking great for him. Walder Bolton. I don't want to get involved with the Boltons. Let's see. He's a giant. He's a twin. Poor fighter, gregarious, and cynical. He's a little bit better, though. At 10 years old, he's not terrible. Honestly, he's not really either, but this guy's a little bit more... Actually, they're about even, I would say. Just stats distributed slightly differently. Martin Peake. He's already 16, so he's not going to get any better. Nothing's really jumping out at me here. I'm kind of curious about these Bolton kids. So Walder Bolton, who is your father? Apparently Moore's Bolton is Jorn Bolton. So they don't really hold anything. Let's see, Joseph. Who... I'm confused. I guess they're nobodies, really. They're part of the Bolton house, but they don't hold anything. They don't have any titles. They're not in line to inherit anything. So that's probably why they're available for matrilineal marriage. Let's go ahead and do that, though. Maybe we'll go with the giant. Oh, that's the wrong guy. There they are. So I'm going to add these up. We've got 11, 17, 23. This is 11, 15, 19, 21. So technically he's a little bit better if I added that right. Poor fighter, greedy, temperate, diligent, brave. I'm torn. He's diligent. I like diligent, so we'll go with that. He was, if only, slightly better. Anyways, so we'll line that one up, and we'll probably have to do the same for Danelle and eventually Jane. She's getting pretty close, but probably won't go matrilineal with this one. I mean, I could. Because she's a pretty good character too, and then the other two would probably get passed on. I'm not sure. You guys can feel free to let me know what you think about that, but we are out of time, so I'm going to break it off here. As always, thank you so much for watching. I had a great time playing some not Clash of Kings, some Crusader Kings 2 with you guys. I look forward to seeing you back here for the next episode.